Qatar in possession, trying to make sure that they don't concede another goal. But yeah, their passing game has improved in the second half. By the cross from Ahmed, trying to find Karim Boudeif.
I think they've done well in the second half, first few minutes, with how they've been able to hold the ball. I think this time it's Eric Ten Hag who is behind. I think the coach looks maybe perhaps if they couldn't get Pep Guardiola. Why are you laughing? It's my team. How do you mention Eric Ten Hag in this thing?
Which of the Eric Ten Hag? Is this one will be Eric. This one will be Qatar Ten Hag.
Oh, you guys can see they are doing very well with the passes. Just that.
And there's another miss pass for Qatar. In the second half, they are pressing very hard. But Ecuador, they have nothing to lose at this moment. They just have to protect their 2-goal lead. But Pervis Estupina was trying to connect with Ena Valencia again at the left side of the Ecuador attack. And don't forget that their playing position has changed. A defensive throw-in for Qatar.
I think
the defense of Ecuador.
Qatar must put the ball on down and play the ball. They are not good in the air and all that. They should just play how they were playing. At least they could be able to defend the 2-0 deficit. If they don't take care, just like how Ecuador are on the move, they could just consider another goal.
Qatar needs to be very careful because another goal and we might be getting what happened in 2018 when Russia disgraced Saudi Arabia by 5-0. In the history of the competition, the highest scoreline we've had in the opening game was in 1934 when the Azuris
the midfield
turned the United States of America by 7-1.
My goodness.
There comes another break from Ecuador. And they enter the 18-yard box. But Hassan clears his line. The ball goes back to Caicedo. Caicedo will go to Angelo. Angelo whipping this one. And this, even if we add twice the height of the goal pole.
Unless you use American football post.
It still wouldn't work. Qatar.
Hafif is a very good player. He's a very good player. The way he draws back to contribute to midfield action, then he goes ahead to expect the ball, and disappointingly, like, he doesn't get his players to pass him the ball. It's very bad.
For a side that is being coached by a Spanish coach, Orlando, I'm very disappointed in how they string their passes.
Yeah, this is a coach who has over 16 years of experience, you know, formerly, you know, of the Barcelona U team. So there's a coach that has a lot of experience. I was expecting to see, you know, some very nice, you know, progression in terms of how they play and their pattern of play. But so far, it looks like a Monday Stars kind of game from the Qatari side. Very terrible.
You mean they are not playing like Graham Potter?
And that's some of the time for Ecuador. But Estrada and Ena Valencia, there was some form of miscommunication. And that's why none of them We got to the final pass from Ibarra.
But honestly, I think Mitchell Motsepe would have done better with this Qatar team. Don't give respect to the South African coach. I think he would have done better.
And national team is way different. We saw what he did with the South African national team.
Let's see how this one goes.
Let's see how it goes. The Qataris will be very disappointed in their performance so far.
Doesn't he look like Eric Ten Hag? Look at the man.
He has the shadow of Eric Ten Hag, not the look.
Let the game continue and see maybe they could salvage one goal from the game.
They just need one goal, and then they are in the game.
Yeah, I think the second half, they've not been bad at all.
Yeah.
Their ball movement has improved, and I like how they try to hold on to possession. I mean, they don't lose the ball unnecessarily like they did in the first half. So I think, yes, there has been I mean, some bit of improvement. It's how they transition from defense into attack. That's the problem right now.
Yeah. They've been able to keep possession, but transitioning from defense to attack has been a problem, and they give the ball away cheaply. And now Angelo is inside the box. He cuts it and go for one, and that's a good save from goalkeeper Assad. He has been called into action in the second half, and he has responded very well to his country score. Now they are still in trouble. And Valencia in possession, and he has managed to win an attacking throw-in, and Ibarra is disappointed that he couldn't put the ball at the back of the net, and that was a very good save from goalkeeper Assad.
So if he knew he could make this saves, why does he go in for the balls when they are not in his area? Because I think he's good with his reflexes, but when it comes to aerial balls where the players are on him, he does so bad.
Orlando, this might be the save that can give them something out of the game. Because if that ball had entered the net, it's game over.
Well, give them what is this save going to offer the Qatari side? They've lost the game on paper, and then on the pitch they've lost it. I expected them to take the game to the Ecuadorians, but right from the blow of the whistle, this was a Qatari side that were looking to take the Ecuadorians on a counter attack, and I think that strategy didn't work. It was a poor strategy from their coach, and I think that he should do better in their next game against Senegal. They can try and get a point.
He can try and get a point. Hexen Mendes has been booked.
Akoya Sheyobo.
Mama, I got your money.
Hexen Mendes has been booked for his reckless tackle on Hados. We're back in play. The ball is in the defensive area of Ecuador. It has been cleared. There's a bit of a tussle, and Ecuador managed to win a defensive throw-in. They take the ball back to Pervis Estupinan. He has been superb in the game so far alongside Angelo Presido.
Ball possession has been, I think, 48-42. And I think...
Let's check for second half.
Qatar
second half, it's been 67 rather for Qatar, and 33 for Ecuador.
Yeah, but what we got here is different. But I think that Qatar have been able to warm up into the game very well, except that, getting a clear chance at goal is what makes it difficult. But let's see how this one goes. But I know I'm leaving this place with my hair untouched, so you guys shouldn't expect to shave my hair today.
Ecuador win a foul. Ibarra That's Paletta. And it seems that Caicedo has been a bit calm in the game since getting his yellow card.
Yeah, you are playing against a Qatari side that they are not pressing high, they are not pressing aggressively, and you are on a yellow card. So, and your team is on the front foot. You are always in possession. So why don't you take your foot off the gas and then enjoy the game, not run into unnecessary tackles and all that? Because you are leading by 2 goals. You are playing the second half. You have to be calm. You have to be calm and then control the game. So I think yes, he's on a yellow card, and this is how he should play.
He is on a yellow card, and this is how he should play. If Qatar lose this game, it will be the first time in the history of the FIFA World Cup that a host nation has lost the opening game.
But do you blame them? Per their level, it's normal to lose. I'm
should
praying
blame
they
who?
don't lose more than 3 goals. Because if you lose 2-0, it's respectable for a host nation who is tasting the World Cup for the first time. And a nation like Qatar, who are yet to be known as a football country. You know, they are not that powerhouse in terms of football. They are not known. So if you lose 2-0, opening game against Ecuador, it's respectable.
If you lose 2-0 to Ecuador, it's respectable.
Why are you laughing?
A team that has been ranked ahead of Ghana. Charlie?
You know, FIFA ranking is based on form. If you take 2022, Qatar, they've lost only 1 game, and that was against Canada. They've played about 10 games, drew 2, and then lost 1. They've won 7 out of the 10 games in 2022. So if you have that good run of form, definitely, when we are doing the rankings, you go up. Compare that to Black Stars. We had a poor AFCON. After the AFCON, we had a win against Madagascar. We disgraced ourselves in the Kirin Cup, losing 5-0 to Japan. We lost 3-0 to Brazil. So definitely, on when FIFA is doing the rankings, we are not going to be ranked high. The ranking will be low.
Social media.
Yo, what's really happening with our man? Like it seems that the Vim Orlando started the game with. It's like,
Well, I'm typing it was through. Which of them first half through?
I'm disappointed in the Qataris. I had such great faith in them, and I don't know. I can't believe what I'm seeing on the pitch.
Qatar is in the box, and that was something good that time. Look at how Orlando reacted. Go on.
Why you need an away goal right
No,
now?
I don't need that.
Well, let me see what people are saying on social media.
All right.
Carlos Flores says that my high school university team is better than this Qatar team.
People are mean.
This one from Alebera says that Qatar invested in everything but not on their players. Another one from a Portuguese man says that better fans than England, saying that the Qatar fans are better. But clearly people are not happy with how the game is going. They wanted a very competitive game, but it's been one-sided. And this one says that who invited this Qatar team to World Cup?
Somebody is in your own country. You are asking who invited them. Yes, man, Pamogana.
Oh goodness. Let me
Qatar. Joseph, any more messages?
This one that was written in Arabic says that is it's hard to read anything in Arabic when you translate, but I think we should move on.
We should move on. Qatar building up again. They're now making some incursions down the right side. And the assistant, Laiwan, says offside.
I think it's time for the coach to make maybe 1 or 2 substitutions, because I think Aziz is lost in the attacking lines. He's a striker, and his positioning has been poor. And I mean, if you have Muntari on the bench, introduce him, let him come in. We've played about 63 minutes, so just bring him in and let him also.
Is he another Milo?
Let the man rest.
No, but I'm saying that you are a coach. Yeah, you've seen that things are not working for you.
Yeah.
Who do you need to tell you to make changes?
Yeah, sometimes coaches are that stubborn. I mean, you can talk of Otuado against Nicaragua. Yeah. So I don't know why he's delaying his substitutions, but at this point they really need it. You have 5 substitutions to do. So Charlie.
But trust me, the Ecuadorians have been very, very, very solid, especially in the midfield area. They've played very, very, very well. I'm really excited for Moses Caicedo, because this is a player that Chelsea seems to be interested in, and given the opening of the transfer market, since Chelsea is almost interested in anything Brighton. I think that it could be that. Well, let's see.
Your people are still singing, They are still singing. Qatar.
Yeah, I'm sure these people are from Qatar.
They are still enjoying the moment.
These are the effects of Western reportage.
Yes,
that you make.
See, and you see that's one thing that we lack from the Ghanaian fans at the stadium. When the team is down, it's like.
Yes, Africans are real. We don't know how to act.
But you guys, when I told you the coach looks like Eric Ten Hag, you thought I was lying. But social media, everybody is saying that the Qatar coach looks like Ten Hag, and you can see it over here: 70% Ten Hag, 30% Graham Potter. And this one from Kali J says that Qatar's goalkeeper is called Sad. What a sad day for Sad.
Yeah.
Bars, bars.
I guess if it was called Good, maybe he would have had a good day in post.
Let's see how it works for Qatar. We've done 65 minutes of action inside the Al Bayat Stadium in Doha. Coach Felix Sanchez is still sticking to his team. The Qataris, they've been a bit dominant in the second half, but still nothing to show. They're playing like Graham Potter's Chelsea. Backward passes. Nobody to give them some defense splitting passes. Like the way Estupina and Prosaido are doing, and they're whipping across inside the 18-yard box. But the ball is cleared, it's still in favor of Qatar. And there comes Caicedo. He steps in. And Ecuador are introducing a new man.
Yeah.
Samento is coming on.
I want to see who will come off for Ecuador, because their next game is against Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So you have to rest some of your key men. I'm expecting Caicedo to go off. Valencia should be off by the 70th minute. Rest them for the big game, because that game you will need at least a point from that game.
Samento is coming on. After 6 or 7 minutes of action, Ecuador, who are leading, are making their first change, and they are taking off Ibarra. He's created 3 chances in the game. He sets up Enner Valencia's first goal through that penalty.
And it's unfortunate he couldn't score that chance he got. In the, he's been superb. He should have been on the score sheet. He's played a very good game, and it will be a memorable game for him. Opening game, creating goals, and then, putting up a good performance. I think he's one of the key names that the coach need to rest for the next game.
Well, there's a comment here also that says that this one there will be like Qatar catch Qatar.
And I think we don't take care. We are going to get Qatar.
The fun games on social media.
Sikaya di na.
But this goes against what the earlier reports that Qatar.
I don't even want us to entertain those things because Charlie, at the end of the day, it's baseless. If you have evidence, go and give it to.
So now we will believe in the bird. The bird who predicted Ecuador win.
I think
I'll keep tabs on it.
Investors will now be making.
But I guess you want a direct score line instead of a win.
I'm waiting for the bird to say something. And now Ecuador inside the 18-yard box. The ball nearly went away. They keep it in. Qatar, they win possession at their own area. They are passing the ball at the back. By Ecuador, they took their eyes off the ball and now they are back. They've regained possession. Maybe it was at the point they saw that then the Qataris can hurt them.
It seems like a training match between Barcelona and Ipswich Town.
Yeah, the difference is huge.
I can't seem to wrap my mind around what the Qatarians seem to execute on the pitch. Because you are not seeing anything. There is no idea on the pitch. It's just running around and kicking the ball on the turf. Nothing.
I pity Hafiz because he's a very good player with players who are not ready to see open spaces and give him the ball. Because they were nearly on a counter. And he expected the ball, then they passed the ball elsewhere.
At the world stage, you don't only need good players, but you need better players.
Yeah.
At the world stage.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Even if Messi is in the team of Qatar, I dare you, they will still struggle like this.
Oh, they won't struggle.
They will still struggle. What will Messi do? Muntari is about to come on.
Muntari Tego.
Mohamed Muntari.
The Kumasi ball. Yeah. Mohamed Muntari, he grew up playing with Mohamed Salisu in Sabu Zongo.
Two Mohameds, the tale of two Mohameds.
Yeah.
One ended up in the Blasters, one ended up in Qatar.
Qatar.
Yeah.
Oil money.
Charlie. Yeah, he's
another free kick for Ecuador. They're whipping the ball straight. And there's a push inside the box. Referee ignores the call.
They say Nigerian players are scattered across all the world, but I tell you, Ghanaian players are also all over the world. Like, we have about, how many? 6 players playing for different countries. And, wow, I pray Muntari makes a mark so that
Al-Hados makes away.
Captain looks like Luis Suarez.
Captain Hassan makes away for Mohamed Wad. He's wearing the number 4 jersey. Is he bringing on another defender?
Yeah, at this point, you don't want to concede more.
Really?
You have to, and it's not like they are creating chances that they can score. That's when you bring in a striker or bring in attackers. But now they have to protect themselves. The 2 goals is enough. Let's protect the back and then walk off the pitch with a 2-0 defeat. That's okay. Than to lose about 5-0 to Ecuador. Yes, you are not their level, but Ecuador's level isn't that high to beat you 5-0. So it's a good decision by the coach.
Do you think this game can have 3 goals?
Yeah.
Why
you
have
have more than 2 goals?
You want to stake a game?
No, I'm just asking.
Did you see?
Oh no, I'm just asking. Like,
but I see then the way in Ecuador they are getting set pieces and the way they are able to take it very well. I won't be surprised.
No. Look,
it will surprise me.
If you observe the second half, you could see that the Ecuadorians are trying to respect.
Let's see another free kick being taken by Estupinan, few meters away from the Qatar box, and Qatar's goalkeeper Saad has been good in the second half. Let's see if Estupinan whipping the ball straight. Qatar clear the line. The ball is back to Estupinan. And Ecuador are still in possession, trying to whip in across.
You guys should just look at the Qatar defense in the box. Nobody is marking. Oh my goodness.
Almouz Ali He makes way for Mohamed Muntari. He's the Ghanaian boy who has now naturalized for Qatar. He's now a Qatari boy.
Enjoying oil money.
Yes. But thanks to Hana, you will use squad that no more can play Sika.
You know I'm laughing. You know the things going on in Ghana, and this guy is just enjoying life.
Allow him to
Not
enjoy
going through the
life.
hardship.
Oh, but our footballers are not poor.
I didn't say so.
Yeah, our footballers. I'm not talking about.
How is this guy not Eric Ten Hag? Look at his posture.
Oh, it's on your day.
That's Felix Sanchez, low budget Ten Hag.
Yeah, I think it's.
It's called what?
Yeah, I think it's one hag. One hag.
This guy has just with Dia.
That's some good.
Dia, bro.
And destroy everything. Qatar. They have 16 minutes plus at that time to do something. It takes only a second to score a goal. The only thing I don't agree with their play is too many back passes. And now Qatar is around the 18-yard box, inside the box.
Muntari needs a cross in the box.
Somebody needs to, and there is an effort.
Wow. At least he tried.
Afif,
He tried.
that was a good attempt. Just that he couldn't bend the ball well.
He's the I think technically gifted player, the best they have, and that opportunity I think he should have lobbed it for Muntari because he has height and then he can connect, but he tried to go for glory and he ended up blasting it over the bar.
Valencia.
Yeah, Valencia.
Hey, Kudus, I thought Kudus.
He will be replaced because
Valencia.
it seems he might not be able to finish the game.
That's one thing that Emmanuel said, that the coach should have taken him off by the 70th minute. Now we are doing 75 minutes of action and he's still on the pitch doing what? I don't understand why the coach will leave such a good player who has more goals in this tournament than Messi had at the 2018 World Cup. And
Really?
we are risk.
Really?
Messi didn't score 2 goals at the
Really?
World Cup
Did
in
you
2018.
really have to do that?
I just said that.
And Valencia, he was hoping to take the ball home, but his journey in this game has come to an end. But he will be hoping that his teammate will be able to fight in the remaining 14 minutes plus at that time. Because in a group with Senegal and Netherlands, getting the points against Qatar might go a long way into helping them to get out of the group.
I think if Senegal should lose their game to Netherlands tomorrow, they shouldn't lose hope at all because they can beat Ecuador in their next match, then their final match, Qatar.
They wallop them.
Yeah.
And Valencia has been replaced by Los Angeles FC midfielder Jose Adoni Chakopa. Chakopa has been introduced. 23 years of age, born in 1999. He's making his debut appearance in the FIFA World Cup.
And you know, there's a Qatari side that, you know, that's the only team in the FIFA World Cup that has 100% local players.
Yeah.
They don't have any foreign, you know, player. They don't have any player playing, you know, overseas.
Yeah.
And so you expect them to play better because they know themselves. They've played together for quite a while. But today the results on the pitch is quite disappointing. I'm very disappointed because my heart was for the Qataris. And I'm quite disappointed because as a football fan, when you choose a side, you expect the side to do quite well. At least if they are losing, at least by a goal to nowhere, then you should see them trying to initiate attacks, you know, creating chances and probably missing them. then we know that, we are in for something. But, this for an opening game, I think the standard is not too
very
strong.
low. The standard is very low.
Especially from the host nation. But
I think the early 5 minutes, the way they were pressing each other, we felt we were going to get
the tension. Like I said, the tension took a better side away from. Like you could see that these players were tensed. They were tensed. I'm sure they've not had such an atmosphere like this before.
Well, a brief history on Montari. Montari was born in Kumasi, played for Neo-Datilamte's Golden Lions Academy or Golden Lamp Academy before joining Aspire Academy. And one thing you should know that Qatar deliberately set up the Aspire Academy just purposely for this World Cup tournament, and it's quite disappointing that their players are not being able to churn out the amount of investment being needed. But the forward, that is Montari, naturalized to play for Qatar and made his debut a week after his 21st birthday in 2014. Montari makes his first appearance at the World Cup in the game against Ecuador. That is what we are watching. And so far, I'm yet to see him have the ball so far in the game. But Montari, let's hope that he can make a surprise move, just like what Sule, his namesake, Sule Ali Montari, was able to do at the 2010 World Cup against Uruguay. And this will not be surprising because this is another South American country.
This is a hopeless hope.
You are going in hard on Qatar too much. I don't know why you.
Have faith. Have faith.
When you have something that you are going to make money from, you be.
No, this not.
This is not about money.
It's not about money. But
there's another chance for Ecuador.
It's for the love.
The chance is still begging to be taken.
I don't know why you would trust.
But the
Qatar like that.
have covered their area. Ecuador solo with the ball, and now Isu and goalkeeper Assad clash.
What a sad day in office for Sad.
With Palata, but he's up and running. Palata was late to the pass, and it seems that chap Chakopa. That was some good pass from Chakopa, Ima. That was some good pass.
It was a good pass
from Chakopa.
I mean, breaking the lines. That's defense splitting pass that you expect from your midfielders, and it was a good chance. But I think the winger was late, and the goalkeeper this time was quick off his line and then was first to the ball. I mean, there's no hope for Qatar in this game.
There is hope. 10 more minutes.
10 minutes left, and they've not created more than 2 clear-cut chances.
And see, one thing I don't understand this. You are down by 2. And there, where you get the ball, they are so fixated in, I think, counting the number of passes they had in the game. So they are always playing it in their same zone.
Mind you, they are being coached by a Spanish.
Yeah.
And for Spanish coaches, the basis of their system is to keep the ball. And I think in some moments of the game, Qatar did well with the ball. But as I mentioned earlier, their transition from midfield or defense into midfield then to attack, that was lacking. And I think they didn't do that part well. And I think they can rehearse more and then come better in their second game. So I think, yes, keeping the ball amongst themselves at the back, they did very well, playing among the defenders and then the midfielders. But to transition it from the defense line to midfield and then to attack, that has been the difficulty for them in this game.
Orlando, anyway back for Qatar?
I don't think so. This is the door.
Ye men of little faith.
This is the door of no return for Qatar in this game. I don't think that there is any way for them to return into the game. I don't think so. To even get a goal,
it will be difficult.
Yeah.
This will be the first time any host nation has lost their opening game. Another free kick and a cross from Praicedo went off targets and goal kick.
So imagine
for
losing.
Qatar.
Sorry. So
Ena Valencia smiling at the bench.
Smiling by his head.
Yeah. it will be a big blow for them if he doesn't play their second game against Senegal.
Yeah, it will be a big blow. He's the captain and he's an experienced striker who can score 2 out of 5 chances. So such a player, if he misses a game against Senegal, a competitive opponent in a group that you would want to beat or take something from, it will be a huge loss for them.
I've barely seen goalkeeper Hernan Galindez in this game. It's like he's on a holiday.
Yeah, he's working from home. A clear, like a short form of what I can describe.
All right, so I think let me talk to my director. It seems there are calls for the spotlight to be put on Orlando. This is a special request. They say put the spotlight on. So we want the spotlight to be on Orlando. I mean,
today I feel Qatari, like the FIFA president said. Like I don't know, but yeah, I think that I supported the Qataris.
Man is bleeding
with my heart, and I think that for nothing at all, they should have shown some sort of character in this game.
At least not lose more than 1 goal.
Yes, even if you are losing by 2 goals, show some form of character. Let us see the ideas that you're about in the game. Yeah. We're not seeing that.
You know the questions people are popping now. They say, imagine Netherlands versus Qatar.
Yeah.
Or with the scoreline.
Well, things could change. I don't know, but things could change. I'm sure they will definitely come back from this mess. They will come back. They will surely come back from this mess.
What's the name of that country that scored Spain at that particular World Cup tournament?
I think it was 2018. Russia eliminated
eliminated Spain from the round of 16.
Spain played a particular country.
That was the biggest upset.
Is it in 2014?
Was it?
2014, they won 1 game. They won their last game, but
I'll try and find out.
Emmanuel Tego gets a location, and it nearly side netted.
I told you that guy.
This is the kind of quality I was talking about.
For real.
At the worst stage, you need to play like this.
Look at that run.
Show character.
Look at the run from Emmanuel Tego. That's 1 touch.
It's Mohamed Muntari.
Hey, Mohamed Muntari, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, this is
just 1 touch.
A typical.
And he missed the pole by a few inches. That was a very good strike.
Exactly. When you do this,
their first clear shot at goal.
Let me try and paint a picture.
I'm coming. Let me
try and paint a picture for the viewers. It's just like the pass that Andrea you gave to Asamoah to hit the ball past.
But it's just that Asamoah was Asamoah and Mohamed Muntari is.
No, but even that the chances are not the same.
Yes, yeah.
You saw how the running from Mohamed
Qatar still inside the box
was quite overstretching. And
let's see, Orlando, I'll come back to you. The Qataris are now trying something. But it goes straight into the waiting arms of goalkeeper Hernan Galindez.
And I'm very happy the Qataris are now showing character. We are now seeing more of the goalposts.
It's one thing I hate in my life as a sports journalist and as a football fan. Because you don't have to wait till the final minute before you show some urgency that you want to score.
Now it's on the coach.
I think that the changes that the coach made, they've been very, very, tactical.
I talked about this change earlier.
I mean, because the changes that he's done is what has impacted, the change in play from the Qatari side.
Now they have a striker who can run in behind
the
strikers, and he's good on the ball. He can strike at goal and all that. I mean, he's an improvement on the player who was playing. That was Aziz, I think.
Ali and then Ali.
So he should have made this substitution early in the game, and I mean that was a good shot by Patu. As when he played in Kumasi, he was called Patu.
Yeah.
I'm coaching. No, but you see, my point has always been that you see how your team is playing, there is no urgency, there is no target man, and then they are struggling to progress the ball from the midfield. So if you have a target man who can do the job, why is he on the bench? Let's see another corner for Ecuador. They are now trying to wrap the game up. Palata will take this one wearing the 19 jersey, whipping the ball straight. Makata cleared the lines. That was a good clearing from Hassan. They used a back five, but the number of chances that Ecuador have been able to create, it doesn't look like a team playing a back five.
Yeah, it's all boils down to the organization. If you play a 3-back system, yes, you have the numerical advantage in terms of defending. But if your positioning is poor, if your awareness is poor, if the organization is poor, now you look at the Qatar back line and you can't pinpoint the leader at the back who is organizing the defense.
Yeah, all over.
So yeah, I mean, it's normal to see Ecuador.
Look, the Ecuadorians are very excited to win this game. I'm sure they didn't expect to have it
easy like
the
that.
way they are having it, because you know you are playing against a host team, a host nation, and you know you are expecting things to go a little bit tough. And if you are going to win, it shouldn't come in the first half, maybe in the second half, or getting to the latter part of to the
Estrada makes his way. He is done for the day, and he has been replaced by 22-year-old Kelvin Rodriguez. So you see what Coach Gustavo is doing now that they are wrapping the game up. He's introducing the young man, Kelvin Rodriguez, 22 years of age, born in 2000. That was 4th of March, and he has replaced Estrada. Done 90 minutes, and we'll do 5 more minutes of added time.
I think five minutes.
Could we get a goal considering how the Qataris?
I don't think there will be any goal. I think the Ecuadorians are trying to respect the Qatari side as a host nation. They could have scored more goals, but I believe the coach spoke with them and told them that, look, we've won the game. Let's just handle, let's give them the chance to express themselves a bit more on the ball, whilst we control the pace and tempo of the game. And so far, the Ecuadorians have been able to do that perfectly well.
Moses Caicedo has also been replaced by 24-year-old Alan Franco. He born in August 21st, 1998. He has replaced Caicedo. Qatar in possession. They lose it to an Ecuador side. The young men who were just introduced, they will have to add another goal, because goals count very well at the end of the day when we are doing the calculations. And it will be the dream of every player to score at the Mundial.
Yeah. I'm just seeing a comment that FIFA has banned Hurricane from wearing the One Love band, in Qatar, and there are concerns that he could be booked as soon as the game kicks off if he goes ahead to wear the. It
was never going to fly. They should play their football and leave.
Just you are there to play football. You are footballers.
This is the World Cup that has played a lot of international politics. The international politics.
I understand that. I understand that there are issues with Qatar, but the West should be they should be the last group of people who come and preach morality. FIFA president said what they've been doing in the last 3,000 years. They should be apologizing in the next 3,000 years.
I think Hugo Lloris made a clear statement that he will not be wearing that, because when people come to Paris, they are made to do what people in France do, and so when you go to someone's country and they say they forbid something like that, you have to just
abide by the rules.
Abide by it. And after 1 month, you go back to your country and whatever agenda.
The World Cup is just 28
Is it not an European proverb that if you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do? They should keep quiet and then they should play their football and leave.
Well, I think that the negative,
It's too much.
press feeds that has come over the last 48 hours hasn't been good at all. Why bring the reputation of a country into disrepute as a result of you having conflicting ideas in terms of what should be and what should not be.
Who is even like morally clean to be telling them, preaching about? That's what I'm saying. Me, I have my own way about Qatar and how they've been reportedly treating the immigrant workers and all that, but Europe should be, they should be the last to be preaching.
They've come quite hegemonic with their ideas with regards to this LGBTQI plus issues.
Oh, Charlie, the guy just went down like that.
And you see, the FIFA president said that in Europe, years back, if you are an LGBT, if you are a member, they prosecute you. They've come a long way now. They've accepted it. So why are they not giving Qatar also the benefits of the doubt? Maybe in the next 20 years or something like that, they also.
I think that they don't have the patience to wait anymore. And now the strategy is to be radical in terms of getting people to accept that hegemonic idea that, look, this is what we do, this is who we are, this is our culture. You have to accept it whether you like it or not.
But the funny thing is, they have nothing on Qatar.
Yeah.
They have nothing on them.
Yes, there has been only allegations.
I mean, I'm trying to say that Qatar is Qatar.
Yeah.
They are not going to depend on the Europeans and all that.
Unlike
so you can't force certain rules on them, like Africans or
us. You just say us. If you say us.
So I think that we are witnessing the first game.
Yeah.
So the focus should be on the games that will be played throughout the week and all that. But yeah, we'll
come back. Last kick of the game. We've done the 5 minutes of added time.
This could be a goal.
Afif will take this one last corner. And if you are a Chelsea fan, you believe in corner, they're whipping the ball. It has been cleared.
Where are the supporters?
And that's the end.
The supporters are there?
They are
of 100 minutes of action.
Felix Sanchez. Oh.
Felix Sanchez, head coach of Qatar.
AKA
is hugely disappointed. And there comes Ecuador. They managed to beat Qatar by 2-0, and the hero on the day is Enner Valencia, 2 first-half goals. He was hoping to get the ball, but his injury couldn't make that a reality. Guys, Qatar is officially the first host nation to lose their opening game. Let me go through the list quick and then we'll wrap everything up. In 1930, Uruguay, they beat Peru 1-0. In 34, Italy 7, USA 1. In 1938, France beat Belgium 3-1. In 1950, Brazil hosted the World Cup. They beat Mexico by 4-0. In 1954, Switzerland, they hosted the World Cup. They beat Italy by 2-1. 58, Sweden 3, Mexico 0. 1962 was hosted by Chile. They beat Switzerland by 3-1. In 1966, football went home. England, they drew goalless with Uruguay. In 70, Mexico hosted it 0-0 against Soviet Union. In 1974, West Germany hosted it. They beat Chile by a long goal. In 78, Argentina, the team was led by Mario Kempes. They did host a win. They beat Hungary by 2-1. 82, Spain drew 1-1 with Honduras. In 1986 was a tournament of the legendary Diego Armando Maradona in Mexico. Mexico beat Belgium by 2-1. In 1990, it was Italy. They beat Austria by 1-0. In 94, United States drew 1-1 with Switzerland. In 1998, France won their first World Cup, but in the opening game, they beat our own South Africa by 3-0. In 2002, it was co-hosted by Japan and Korea. Korea won their game 2-0 against Japan. Against Poland, Japan drew 2-2 to Belgium. In 2006 was Ghana's maiden appearance at the Mundial. We didn't disgrace ourselves, but in the opening game, Germany they beat Costa Rica by 4-2. In 2010, the first time in Africa, South Africa drew 1-1 with Mexico. 2014, Brazil beat Croatia by 3-1. In 2018, Russia, led by Atam Zuba, beat Saudi Arabia by 5-0. And in 2022, Qatar, after spending $200 billion to host the tournament, they lost their opening game by 2-0 to Ecuador. Orlando.
Yeah. I mean, Qatar has, they've actually broken a long tradition that has been ongoing for a very long time. I, for one, am disappointed because my heart was
you felt support. Qatari today?
Yes, today I felt Qatari. The only thing left of me is the lack of jalabia in my appearance. But I think that kudos to the Ecuadorians. They give us a very good game, you know, from the beginning of the whistle, you know, in terms of their progression, their tactical play, you know, how they handled the game. Their midfielders, especially Moses Caicedo, he did a very great job. I think that the one thing that the Qatari lacked was a proper six that would have shielded the 5 defenders that they decided to play. Their midfielders did not do too well, and you could see that anytime there was a break in play at the midfield, it was very easy for the Ecuadorians to break into the defense of the Qataris. And I think that going forward, the coach should go back to the drawing board and, you know, re-strategize. Hopefully, they could get a win or a draw from Senegal, because Senegal is without their talisman Sadio Mane, who is injured. So we hope for the best. I wish Qatar all the best, but for now, I'm going to keep my heart intact for the Ghana Black Stars.
So on Thursday, rather.
On Thursday.
So you are no more a Qatari?
Today I felt Qatari because today is their day, and every football fan, every neutral personality witnessing football today would have loved for Qatar to at least draw this game. At least they should draw. But
this is the first of many records to be broken at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. The first record has just been broken. Qatar failing to win as a host country in their opener, and I think that Qatar have themselves to blame because they could have done a lot. They could have played highly competitive matches before the World Cup started. They stopped playing any friendly match as far back as I think October. People were playing friendly matches in November. I don't know what prevented them to play such a high-profile game, and I think that their journey of exiting the tournament starts from here. It's very evident. I wonder what the coach is going to tell these players coming into their next game against Netherlands and going to play against Senegal in their final game. It will be very tough for them because Ecuador, for me, they are not even in the books as favorites, and to have Netherlands, who have always had a close shave at winning the tournament, I think they will come with all guns blazing, and they have good players who are playing highly competitive out there, want to make a good record, even if they don't win the tournament. But clearly, to take the good aspect of Qatar, I think that, well, Hafif really impressed me, despite playing against players who were not able to pull their weight. It's evident, like, when you put Messi in a team of players who are unable to bring him good passes and all that. That is what happens if you put Hafif in the in the Brazil team, in the Argentina team. You see how quality he is, and I think that the coach must see from here that Montari has to start the next game because he has the height. Their captain, he's barely seen in the game.
He's old. He's over 30 years. He should be. He's old.
Ima, what went wrong? Because from where I sit, I think that in as much as the Qatari players couldn't really pull their weight, I think Coach Felix Sanchez also let his team down, because the first half it was clear that they couldn't progress the ball from defense to midfield to attack. So the attack was isolated. You had a man up front who can hold on to play, so that if they can't pass through the midfield, they can go straight in, because the chance he got, it was straight from the defense to him.
Yeah, in football, in terms of creating chances, you can go with short passes, patience, build up. But some coaches will resort to long balls. That is where you have a good target man who can make good runs in behind the midfielders, or shield the ball very well. He has a good hold-up play and all that. And I think the first half he trusted. Is it Ali? Yeah, he trusted Ali
and then Hafiz.
And Ali couldn't do that job. And I think the mentality or the idea in the first half was to progress the ball. I think patience build up, try to possess the ball more instead of going long. So they couldn't progress or transition the ball well, so Ali was mostly isolated. In the second half, they identified the problem and tried to rely on long balls, but Ali, his movement was something else, and they couldn't locate him. So I think in the next game, Muntari is going to start with what he did. His link-up play is very good. His runs is good. He can also draw back and then involve himself in play. So I think that is where the coach got it wrong in the game. But for the Ecuadorians, yes, it was a game I anticipated that they would win, and yes, they established their dominance over there.
Is there a win back for Qatar in the tournament?
A win, it will be difficult.
It will take a miracle.
This was the game for them to grab something in this tournament. If you can't beat Ecuador, how do you beat the African champions? How do you beat Netherlands? It's going to be difficult, and it's going to be a long tournament for them. Hopefully they don't concede many goals in the tournament.
It's going to be a long tournament for Qatar as host nation. As we put the record straight, they are the first in the 22 editions of the FIFA World Cup as host nation to have lost their opening game. Thank you very much, guys. But before you go, quick one. Tomorrow we have 3 games: England, Iran. Iran, let me give you that game. Quick one prediction: England, Iran.
England win.
England win.
By how many goals? A close win.
A close win.
Yeah,
Iran.
Iran. They will frustrate them.
Then the second game in Group A, Senegal and then Netherlands.
Senegal, obviously, African. Don't ask me. Senegal can win the game.
And then let's kick off on Monday is the United States of America and then Wales. Orlando.
That's a draw game.
Draw game?
Yeah, it's a draw game.
So you are saying we are going to have our first draw game in this World Cup?
Yeah, likely to be a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw game.
Thank you very much, guys. Orlando Abekutete is a research consultant, communications expert, and then he is also a sports fan. Thank you very much, Abe, for joining us. We hope to see you more on Match Day Live. Joseph Ni Adamafio.
Especially Qatar game.
Joseph Ni Adamafio and Emmanuel Lenin are my colleagues here at GhanaWeb. Thanks to the entire production crew, Mr. Ajaho, original man, Hazel, Kwame Adom Frimpong, Director 1, and then Mr. Emmanuel Ahiale 2. Everyone else in the GhanaWeb newsroom, thank you very much. My name is Joel Leshan, and I'll be back on your screens again tomorrow morning as we bring you the GhanaWeb Mundia. Until we meet again, trust the process.